Hey all, welcome back to the channel. We've got a little bit of a different unboxing today. Usually it would be radio equipment because we're all about radios and emergency communications here at GMRS and amateur radio. But today we have got the Sainlogic weather station, which I got in part so that we can start looking down the road of Skywarn and maybe being part of Skywarn and give them some data. But also I've got a little girl here. She is 8 years old. This is Anna, my little girl, and she is very excited about learning more about the weather. And so she is going to be my lovely assistant today. And go ahead and help me open this box here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Trickier than it looks. Okay, let's turn it on its side. Sainlogic weather station. We're going to open it up and look. This one has an outdoor unit and an indoor unit. And so our indoor unit is going to be a fancy looking panel. Take a look at this. And it's going to have the indoor temperature, outdoor temperature, wind speed, wind direction, the amount of rain, the barometric pressure I think in this one as well. And so we're going to have a lot to explore here. Yeah, a reminder on rainfall issue. It's got some good guides on placement of your component for the outdoor portion, because of course we've got to have something to gauge the wind speed, we've got to have something to gauge the wind direction, we've got to have something to get the outdoor temperature and the amount of rain. And so placement is something that's going to be very important with these. You don't want it right next to the house where it could get shielded. So we've got a fence actually going out in the backyard, and I'm thinking our outdoor unit is going to be mounted at the top of one of the fence posts out there. And so I will do a follow-up and let you know how it's worked. This looks like an adapter for a post mount maybe for our outdoor unit. Let's see, let me pull this part out. This is our fancy indoor panel that's going to give us, I think this is what it is. That's what's going to give us all of the good information there, the temperature and barometric pressure. We'll get batteries for it and get it plugged up here soon. We've got a warranty, we've got a service card, some fun packaging there. Okay, what else have we got here? This is really the heart of the unit. This is the sensors for outside. And so we've got, let me get it where you can see it. We've got a rain gauge here, wind speed indicator, wind direction indicator under here. I'm going to guess our temperature module and maybe our air pressure module are somewhere in here. We've even got a little bubble level on the top so we can help mount it and make sure that it's not lopsided, because that'll affect a number of things. We got a pack of screws for it. That's wonderful. And we've got a power adapter for the indoor unit. This outdoor unit, I'm sure, takes batteries, which we've got a battery panel down there. I think she's found the end of what's in the box. So can you set that down over there?
Yes, we're going to do it.
All right, so we're going to have some work to do getting it set up. But initial out of the box impressions, this is the fanciest kit like this that I've ever had. I know growing up we had a little indoor-outdoor thermometer. That was about as much as it did. It synced up the time through one of the shortwave time channels. And this is going to be our new weather station so that we can know more about what the temperature and wind speed and all of that fun stuff is outside. That is the protective covering on the screen. Why don't you grab hold of it and do the honors? Oh, the plastic is off. And so it's official. So check back. We will do a follow-up at another time after we've had a chance to set it up and play with it. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you all for liking and subscribing. I know it's not quite radio related, but it's on the side path here, and so let's explore it, and we'll follow back up with another video before too long. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so we took a few minutes to get some things set up. We had to get some batteries in the remote sensor, which the instructions said to make sure that you get the outdoor sensor powered up first. And when we go to place it, we're going to have to use the little bubble level right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little tiny dot right there to make sure that it's level, because that's going to affect our rain gauge. And this panel right here in the northern hemisphere needs to be facing south. And so when we align it outside at our fence line, we're going to need to make sure this is facing south. Now, what was your question?
What's this?
I don't know. It's just part of the structure there. It doesn't have any vents in it. I'm not quite sure why they designed it with a little post there. But we've gone ahead and tested it with the unit. I got batteries in this. It takes 3 AA's in this unit. Now this unit can take 3 AA's, but they recommend keeping it plugged into power and just using those batteries as a backup. And I don't know how well you can see the screen, but we've got our outdoor sensor with the temperature and the humidity, which of course is not too far from indoor right now. The indoor is probably a little different because I'm handling it and it's right here with me. So it's showing a little different. We've got our wind speed indicator, which I'll tell you what, can you balance it? Balance it there. And I'm going to turn this around and you will see where in just a moment it's going to update. It takes it like 10 seconds or so, maybe 5 to 10, but it will update there. It gives us our barometric pressure, the amount of rain, which she was wanting to test for some drops of water. They say you can tilt it back and forth to make sure it's registering something. There's a little spoon underneath this cup. Now this cup, if we need to clean it, which you do every 3 months, because it might get stuff in there other than rain, you just rotate it a little bit, about 30 degrees, and it lifts right off. Well, 360 degrees is what we talk about as a full circle. And yes, that's the little spoon in there that holds the water as it drizzles down. Watch out, I'm going to put it back on.
How do you empty it?
That you don't need to empty because it comes on down through here. See, there are vents right there. I can see through it. Yeah. But then every 3 months you want to clean it, so that if there's any dirt or debris or bugs that get in there, you can clean it out. And because those things could, I'll tell you what, let me take it off again so you can see. Those kinds of things could keep it from collecting the rainwater, because it doesn't stay in the cup. It just goes through the hole down at the bottom. It's kind of like a filter in a
And
way.
it emptied out.
And
The rain.
yep, she emptied out the rain on the desk here. Mama's not going to be happy. This is her desk. Let's see, the indoor unit, there's a button on the side to set the time, the time of the date, as well as 24-hour format or 12-hour format and the order of our month and day. And so it looks like this is going to be pretty useful. Do you think this is going to be fun to keep an eye on? Okay. And we used a spoon to try and trip the rain gauge. We can do the maximum recorded and the minimum recorded. I'll have to read and see what kind of time frame that gives us. And anyway, we will follow up with this after we've used it for a little bit, so you get a few months follow up, and we'll see how much fun this has been to work with. I'll have a fun time. It looks like we've got a few different ways to mount it, which I kind of like that they have thought this out. They've got a post where we can either mount it vertical like this, or we can mount the base horizontal and then put it in. Aligning it north-south is probably going to be the most crucial part of this. I don't know if even this is yet another approach, it looks like, for mounting. So we've got a few options. I'll have to figure out exactly how that works, and I don't know, maybe I'll do a quick video clip of that. The other thing that I want to mention before I forget, you can find these on Amazon. This one was just under $90. It had gone on sale. Normally it's like $110, I think, for these this batch of sensors. So I had held it in my cart for a little while, thinking, yeah, maybe I'll do it. And then it went on sale for something like $87, and I just went ahead and went for it. With some gift cards, thank you for my Christmas presents here. But anyway, hopefully we'll make use of this, and I'm thinking about doing a Skywarn class and maybe being able to touch base with Skywarn when they're active and pass along what the wind speed is and how much rain we're getting and things like that. So anyway, thank you much for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe and drop a comment. Say goodbye. We're gonna tune off here, okay? Are you ready? Adios. All right.
Adios, amigos.
You all take care. Thanks.